Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, you know what? All the shit they've been telling us over the years just don't make sense. The math is not mathing. We're $1 trillion, trillion. We're trillions of dollars in debt. Money's being printed out of thin air. The dollar don't go as far as it used to. We used to be the strongest nation on the planet. Now we're not. Um, it's hard for Americans to make a living now. It's hard for Americans to feed their families. It's hard for Americans to pay their bills. You got people staying in storage sheds. And to be honest, I don't blame them. You stay where you can. You got people staying in their cars. You got people staying in abandoned buildings. You do what you got to do. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand in this day and age. You got to do what you got to do. It ain't about, worrying about the next person or how they may feel about you, but it's about you living your life, your best authentic life, with as little debt as you can. Tiny homes, man, they're coming up everywhere because people are starting to look at it. But see, one thing here in Illinois, you can't have a tiny home unless you got a real home on your land. So you got to have a house there first. Then you could have a tiny home there. Because, see, they want to charge you up the ass. See, that's the slickness in the government. Even if you own the land, this is what they're trying to say. See, they want to charge you property taxes on a home. See, that's the slickness in everything, man. See, like I told you, you will own nothing and be happy, man. For the longest, I've been sitting here wondering, like, why? Hard as I save, it just seems like it's not, amounting to too much of anything. When you saving money, bro, those rainy day funds, as y'all call them, rainy days come a lot. It rains a lot sometimes, man. And as fast as you shelling out money, you got emergency fund, you got a rainy day fund, those funds run dry. And see, the thing that a lot of people don't understand, it took you a time to accumulate that money. Now you got to try to get that money back. And it's taking some time because, see, you the well done ran dry, bro. Look, now you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, man, I'm kind of scared. When you don't have a backup plan, it's scary. This is why I tell people have credit cards. Just in case some shit happens, man, you still got that card. Just in case you need to eat, buy groceries, buy your medications. You have something. I know a lot of y'all saying, hey, you're putting yourself in debt. But if you ain't got the cash, you ass out. And see, in this society, jobs are disappearing left and right. See, we're not the only country that's competing for the American dollar. You got a lot of people now competing for the American dollar and they're winning. So with this situation being for what it is, you got to understand, we're going full throttle. And like I said before, shit, it's not going anywhere fast. You're looking at your hobbies and you're starting to think about it. Do I really need these hobbies? You're starting to look at your car sometimes and say, do I really need this damn car? Do I really need this cell phone? Do I really need, anything that you have, man? Because you're starting to think about it, man, this shit is starting to cost me an arm and a leg, and I can't afford it. And there's nothing wrong with saying the hell you can't afford something. Sometimes, man, people go to bed hungry. Sometimes people go to bed just shit so stressed out the hell. They just scared, and I don't blame none of that because they made us like that, man. They made us dependent upon them. We got to work hard in order to, achieve at least a successful semblance of life, man. So we working like till we 70. Then all of a sudden, you could retire now. Now that your life is over, you could retire. All your good years are gone. And this is why I say you got to constantly live your life. Shit, I tell you, if you got the days to call off from work, call off. If you sick, call off. If you need to go somewhere, call off, bro. You don't owe nobody nothing. If something happened to you right now, they'll replace you within a damn blink of an eye. I done seen so many people fired, and I seen so many people hired. I done seen people come and go. I done seen people die at this damn job. Not inside, but, still holding a position. You had people here that was 75. Now, I'm telling you, think. You got to worry about yourself. Now, if you need to double up on jobs, if you need to look at other stuff, if you need to pay attention to all the stuff that you need to, then do it. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about any of that. You over here living your best life, your authentic life. Man, you know what? You can't always save people. Shit, you gotta let them drown. Sometimes when you are going through your own battle, you gotta defeat what you gotta defeat. You gotta let them deal with their shit. Because if you deal with other people's problems, you get punished. Because see, they need to go through their own shit. That's why they call trials and tribulations. You gotta do that yourself. You can't have somebody else fight your battles. This is why I was telling my son the other day, I said, man, what you going through, I can't help you with. You put yourself in it. Only person that can help you is you. Bro, I can help, pay bills if I wanted to, but why would I do that? At the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. You know, it's crazy how this works out, man. We've been struggling for a long time in this country, man. And, it's steady changing. And like I said, you got to keep letting it change. Your responsibility is to yourself and not to anybody else. You got to keep building. And if you're not building, man, you got to build brick by brick. If you don't have the next brick, then wait. Don't go doing some shit you don't have to do. See, that's the problem with everybody. They're impatient, they can't wait, and they mess around and do some shit that they shouldn't be doing. And it gets weird. This is why I say sometimes you got to make sure you're on the up and up. We're building, but the building process takes time. The structure, the foundation, all that takes time. It's not a process done overnight. And I was trying to tell people that myself. They're like, oh man, you know what? I could do this, this, and this real quick. I said, shit, doing anything real quick is a horrible idea. You need to get what you need to get done properly. You need to understand who you are as a person. You need to understand why are you doing this and what is the outcome of everything that you do, man. I've been sitting here trying to figure out why am I doing what I'm doing. I understand that. Man, you got to live. You got to keep pushing. You got to be right there and you got to be present in your own damn life. A lot of times people want to cry and complain about everything that's happening, but they're not doing shit to solve the problem, just creating more problems. You have people out here that can't afford the kids they got. Go out and have another damn kid and be looking at you crying, talking about, I need help. Yeah, you need help. Tie them damn tubes. Stop making babies, bro. It's real shit. If you cannot afford something, don't make more problems for yourself. And shit, people ain't gonna be there for you because they like, hell, you caused this problem for your damn self. Man, it's just real talk. Sometimes you gotta be real with people and understand what's going on. And that's the process of everything, man. We don't understand how life changes everything. In a blink of an eye, you could have everything you ever wanted. The next damn minute, you could be down and out, downtrodden, broken. This country builds you up just to tear you down. This is why I'm telling a lot of y'all, make sure you have a damn backup plan. Rainy day funds and emergency funds, motherfucker, you might have to have an escape fund. Just in case you gotta escape this life that you have now and go live another one. Why you thinking people leaving the country? They finding it better other places. But hey, everything has a drawback. You gotta make sure you living your best life, your authentic life. You gotta make sure that you can achieve what you can achieve at the end of the day, man. These companies, man, they're making billions and trillions of dollars. And we're making chump change. And they're complaining about paying us chump change. Dude, it's crazy as hell. How much money can you make? The greed is on a whole nother level. And they're mad at you because you want your fair share. Bruh, if you're making trillions of dollars and you pay me, we'll say $5 an hour, and you throw a party saying, oh man, just for everybody, for all the hard work, making this a record-breaking year for us, we're having y'all a pizza party. You sitting there like, motherfucker, give me a raise. Shit, pizza ain't gonna pay my rent. Just real talk. But man, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to make sure I throw this out there Let y'all know that, hey, you ain't the only one going through some shit. Everybody going through their own share. Just understand that the math is not mathing. But till later, peace out.